So, hey everyone, today everyone is talking about AI. And yes, in that series, I have come up with a guest who has a great recognition. So, hey everyone, today everyone is talking about AI. And yes, in that series, I have come up with a guest who has a great recognition worldwide. Is none other than Pritam Sahoo with me. And yes, we are going to dive deeper into the world of AI. And I'm really so much excited to have him because, as I know, he's working with Google and he has worked with many MNCs, which is really a great achievement for him. And yes, for us, it is really going to be an insightful session that will definitely give us a great knowledge. So, hi Pritam, I want to welcome you on the show, the Anurag Dangi show. How are you?
I'm doing good, and thanks, Anurag, for this opportunity. And I'm super excited to get started.
Okay, great. So we are just going to start with a simple question. In uh, this era, everyone is talking about AI. So I want to know: is AI truly a revolution, or are we still in a hype phase?
That's a great question because I support the business as well, being a technologist. So I keep hearing these questions, and it's the right thing. But let me start with something interesting quote. This is very core to my heart because it was by Sundar Pichai, and I'm a
Right,
big fan of Google technologies. So once he said long back, when people didn't had this so much of rapid pace in AI. He said once, artificial intelligence is more profound than fire or electricity, and he described it as most significant technology humanity has ever developed. So he said that there might be side wordings, but the sense of this sentence is that it is more profound than anything else. And the hype curve was 3 years back or 2 years back, I believe, when so there is a difference between AI and Gen AI. I want to answer that first because people miss out the difference between AI and Gen AI. So AI
right,
is a vast ocean, and think of that way as an analogy, and where AI subset is ML, machine learning, which works on traditional way, like
right,
predicting something or something like that. Generative AI is one more cousin of ML in the same universe of AI. And think of these are lakes or rivers, but still quite separate, because generative AI is about creating content. So
right,
that how generative AI has become stupendously fast, because it could cater to user productivity. People started generating content, blogs, productivity improvements, emails, and lot of things like videos, fancy images with nano banana, my favorite, personal favorite as well. I play around, and so I will say, to answer a question, it's no longer a hype, it's reality now. And that's the way we see it. uh, the more you delay, you are going to be left behind the race, and there will be a FOMO factor, because people are expecting ROI, and it does take time to get to the ROI, return on investment, right? It's not instant dopamine effect like you will implement and you get the reward. It's a
right,
long term game. Think of AI or generative AI, specifically the one which you are going through. It's a marathon, and you
right,
will start exploring the use cases, the benefits, as you start implementing it. So I would not say hype, and I would say to any user, doesn't have to be a technologist, right?
right,
Any user who wants to get started in AI, don't look at the fancy people sitting in glass door windows in an AC room as a user or a consumer. You are
right,
the user or consumer. You give us the feedback which works well. For example, like Gemini is my favorite, of course, Chat GPT, Claude, and there you will see plethora of comments on Twitter, Insta, and even in LinkedIn and Medium blogs. Like, people
right,
are experimenting and they are citing their experience, right? Good or bad, whatever it is. So I
right.
would say it's not hype anymore, and people who are starting late are missing out a lot.
Right. So it's really great insight from you. As I know, AI was here before ChatGPT even, right?
Yeah.
And ChatGPT, I know you're from Google right now, but I would love to know a little about it. What actually changed after the advent of chat gpt, so it made AI the mainstream.
Yeah. So, yes, definitely a very valid question, because previously, when you look at, I believe in democratization of technology. I keep saying
Right.
this very, very frequently, and you will notice that how many times Pritam has said this word. So,
Right.
to me, it means like everybody should be able to use, as like electricity, mobiles. You don't need to understand the mechanics inside the mobile or electricity, but you still use it because it gives you comfort. The
Right.
same way, AI in the before era was lot of coding involved, lot of technicalities involved, and that's not the job, right? And people expected the outcome, and it was limited to certain section of users like developers, data scientists. We call them data analysts, data stewards, and people have different nomenclature in different companies, right? If it is
Right.
service industry, or it is a OEM company like product companies like Google's, Microsoft's of the world, right? Or OpenAI's of the world. But
Right.
after the chat GPT came, it opened the vast, I would not say can of worms, but is in a good sense, it opened a vast opportunities. Imagine, imagine somebody like my wife, who is a housewife, can build an app without writing a code. How powerful it is, right? We call
Right.
it vibe coding. Let's
Right.
forget about these jargons, because these jargons will keep coming in this. So, imagine they can build apps. And if you
Right.
ask this before Chat GPT era or Gemini era, uh, what would happen is people will spend days of time and spend a lot of money, resources, and to deploy them where, right? But
Right.
with Gemini, Chat GPT, Claude, you can, or Replit or Lovable, you
Right.
can build website in minutes. And I am the one who walks the talk, because my website, which you see, is hosted on Lovable and using Google Gemini technologies. So
Right.
before I say something to make it a more meaningful discussion, I test it first on me, saying that yes, it works. It's not only documented. So people started creating content very easily.
Right.
People started making videos which only cinematography or Hollywood or Bollywood people used to make, because they used to hire models, they used to hire camera suits, DSLRs, all fancy phone like iPhone Pro Max and all those things, right? That thing is gone. And think of this, right? You can create audio podcast, and I'll tell you, like, there are a lot of tools in the market which can create a conversation and enriching podcast, two speakers or
Right.
three speakers, with your own dialect, with own emotions and everything. The content creation, whether it is audio, video, writing part, blogs, content, anything you can think of, the code, application building, everything got democratized. So
Right.
that secret sauce was not there before the advent of Gemini or ChatGPT.
Right.
Before that, it was all about super class of elite class of people. I call them, because uh, they are premium peoples, because they are data scientists. They're very highly expert people. But imagine this has opened to everyone. And
Right.
my daughter uses it.
Right.
And my only worry is use it constructively. Ideas
Right.
should be your own. Use that idea to polish it, maybe a little bit of English, and but the idea and all this iteration should be on, and let Chat GPT do the heavy lifting or donkey work, to be honest.
Right. Great. That's awesome. So here a question is coming in my mind. Like when ChatGPT came at that time, there was Bard, right? It was a
Yeah,
product of Google, and later on it got rebranded as Gemini, right?
yeah.
So what is the story behind it? Why it had to be done?
Honestly, I don't have an answer to it, public answer to it. I will be
Okay.
very honest to myself. I don't want to make stories.
Right.
uh, so it is just a branding nomenclature, I believe. Google must have done it, and they realized what could be best suitable for the audience, right? If you look
Right.
at Google products, like, they're very simple, and
Right.
and the intent behind the Google is they don't want to have a very sophisticated names. I signed Bard was a little bit more technical name, but when you
Right.
look at Gemini, Google Maps, Gmail, or anything from Google, it's very plain. You might feel like it's a bland food, but and the canvas is very simple to use. Google doesn't believe in honestly. What I have seen, is my obviously my opinion, people might have different opinion. Google
Right.
believes in simplicity, like
Right.
no fancy things, give the user what they need and gets the job done. So maybe the name was slightly more technical, I believe.
And
This is
that's
my
why.
process. And Gemini is already, you have in astrology, the name is known,
Right.
it's popular, so they
Right.
related, okay, Let's go with Gemini.
That's great. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your honest answer. So now, as we can see in the world of globalization, in the era of globalization, what we say, we are seeing layoffs in all the top MNCs nowadays. So is AI is really taking away the jobs, or is it changing the way how we work?
Yeah, this is slightly a controversial question.
Right.
uh, and let me talk about the layoff first, right? So
Right.
when you talk about layoff, I see there are two angles to it from my thing, and I have been very vocal in my blogs as well. And it's
Hmm.
not like I don't dare to write it. I challenge people to comment saying that this is not right. There are two layoffs.
Hmm.
One layoff was, I always believed companies overhired during COVID because they
Hmm.
work from home,
Right.
and a lot of people, there was a necessity. I don't say there's a wrong hire, there was a necessity that time, 2022, 2022, 23, and then 23 onwards the layoff started. All the companies, Microsoft's, Google is of course laying off very less, honestly. There was only one layoff in 2023 if you look at globally, but I have not seen any major layoffs these days. But if you look at Microsoft, Amazon, even TCS, right? We used to call that as a government service in IT industry, service industry, and Meta, they are overhired. Now they are restructuring it. They realized we can do more from less. Doing more from less is very powerful when you have AI tools, right?
Right.
So you are optimization, you are doing restructuring, and all of these things impacted majorly. If you ask me, what I've seen is the middle layer. If your
Hmm.
job was to carry information from A to B, and you are just doing summarization or doing some minimal work, like I don't say managers, but things of people who are doing minimal impact to the business.
Right.
So that impacted them because they are not adding any skill set to them, right? So that's one type of layoff. The other layoff, uh, this is controversial, and I openly talk about it with my colleagues and friends. Oracle layoff, and
Hmm.
I'm an ex Oracle. Like I've spent 7 years in Oracle, right? And that was my first love in the technology area. When I was in
Hmm.
college, I used to think one day I will work in Oracle. So that happened eventually with God's blessing and all. But when you look at Oracle layoff, if you look at all the AI companies, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Amazon Bedrock, Anthropic Claude, Google Gemini, these are model bakers and model builders. If you
Right.
look at Oracle, they are infrastructure. So I call them landlords of AI.
Right.
So they are AI rental space. If they are laying off for fulfilling the commitment to OpenAI because they signed a massive deal, I don't know the exact figures, but one way I recollect it was 50 billion per year. 50 billion per year, and to accommodate that sort of money for OpenAI infrastructure to run their chat GPT's model or any other models, you are laying off people. That's a wrong perception and wrong marketing and wrong, your brand is getting impacted, honestly. And I really felt sad about it and openly condemned that, because you are just being a landlord, and today you have this rental space. Imagine Anthropic or OpenAI say, hey, we are done with you and we'll go with Google. Google doesn't depend on anybody, right? Neither
Right.
Microsoft depends, neither Amazon depends. You are with us, that's okay. Tomorrow we'll have our own models, because these were primary cloud providers. And Oracle doesn't have an AI model. That's the basic flaw. At the same time, I forgot the lady name. They hired somebody like 300 CR package of CFO. So what are you message sending to the market? You are sending a wrong message to the market, honestly. So I don't think Oracle has done the right thing. Last year they impacted somebody. This year 30,000, and I see that is 10,000 plus in India itself. And you are laying off the low paying jobs. You are not laying off the massive paying jobs. Like you had somebody for 300 CR as a CFO, and setting the wrong message to the industry and saying all the layoffs are equal. So if you are a landlord of AI space, just renting out infrastructure, your strategy is going to get hit back. This is my strong conviction and strong belief,
Mm,
because if you don't have your own product, then you are nothing. That means
right,
you are nothing in the world of AI. Specific
right,
to AI. Coming back to the AI, after the question, you had a follow up question like impacting jobs, right?
right,
Yes. See, when you see the evolution of technology, right? You remember a lot of the time, initial days, people used to maintain diaries, registers, right? Then the
right,
automation piece came, software. People who
right,
learned software like Excel, Word, or an ERPs, right?
right,
They stayed relevant. But the job evolved. The nature of job evolved from physical labor to a something where automation was there, right? This
right,
is this is the phenomenal era of automation, and the jobs I will clearly call out which will get impacted is the BPO level jobs or customer support jobs. For them, the tier one jobs, right? Imagine you used to get it to this answer some small questions, right? And that can be served through chatbots. You don't need a voice agent for that, and the voice agent can be even a agentic bot as well, not a
right,
not a human, unless and until there is a critical question. So we I see 60 to 70% of job will go away. Back office jobs or entry level jobs, data entry jobs, basic accounting jobs, or junior level coding. So now you have the foundation, for example, for software engineers, and you will have to use AI to improve your productivity. You can be a software engineer, very valuable to the company, don't get me wrong, but I don't need the code in 7 days. I need the code in 2 days or 3 days because I want to show productivity improvement using this tool. A tool may be
right,
anything, right? So I am telling any engineer, they join, because I come from electronics background, but I got into Java developer. That time we didn't have tools, and we used to basically read books. Sometimes the internet was blocked because of the company policy and the client policy we were serving, right? Imagine the pain we had to go through, right? To write a piece of a code from scratch, following all the standards, and that pain and productivity, heavy lifting is done by AI. So there's
right,
nothing wrong. Even content production. Imagine marketing people spend hours or days of fine tuning video shoot. If all those things can be replaced by like a AI avatar or AI model, looking realistic, of course, and
hmm,
doing the video content and content creation very fast. And one
right,
of those client is already using it. I cannot name it because of this the privacy and all. So I believe a lot of this type of jobs will go away, but it will come with a new set of jobs. Like we went away from physical laborious job to something like automation jobs. Now this is the extreme level of automation has come in, and I believe like 50% or 55% of workforce AI will reverse evolve the jobs, if not taking away jobs, and it will become your co-worker and partner in crime. And it should be not be like AI is taking the job. It is like AI is helping me to become more productive. So the
right.
clerical jobs, data entry jobs, these jobs will ultimately get impacted.
Very nice. So you have mentioned what kind of jobs are just going to get impacted. That's great insight from you. Actually, people are just getting confused. Somehow AI is taking over the things and all. AI automation, AI agents and all things are taking over taking away the jobs and all. So here I just want to have some insights of yours on positive sides. Like if AI has come, so what kind of industries are just going to evolve more? What kinds of skills one should hone to to be relevant in this era?
Yeah, that's a great question. So so we saw the risk part, right?
Right,
And the new set of jobs will be something like I said, right? One of the thing, uh, a smart software engineer,
right,
where he can do, or imagine you are launching new releases of product because you want to stay competitive in the market. Previously, if you have looked at the product cycle, it used to take long time, right? You will
mhm,
have to define the product definitions document, we call it PRD. Technically, I don't want to go there. Then you used to do prototyping, small product type, how the product will look. Then you'll go to MVP product, right? Maximal viable product. So that chain is to take 5 to 6 months, sometimes years, right? If it is a
right,
complex release, that will
Right.
be automated. For that, AI will come in, and where the people who are there will use AI smartly to automate the faster release cycle. The software part, IT industry, yes, they will get impacted. And imagine a lot of frauds happening, right, in credit card industry, banking industry, and all those things. Those things will go through a lot of checks,
Right.
so they will be impacted in a positive way. And imagine the ads, like if you have seen the ads, I don't blame them, because initially the old era of ads, the technology was not there, right? uh,
Right.
and as we evolved in 2026 or 2025 onwards, so you can say hyper personalized ad content creation. Like it'll sound like the ad is talking to you, not to
Right.
like generic people of hundred or thousands of people by the name Pritam. So I can
Right.
correlate with this ad, right? And like, and people are now searching. If you know the platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, there are a lot of jobs there, freelancer jobs. I would strongly encourage college students, because they're looking for a AI editor, AI video editor, and AI voice architect. All these type of new roles are coming, and there are also other areas like prompt engineering, because see, prompts are the key. If you give
Right.
garbage, you get the garbage out. That's the
Right.
idea is simple, right? Model might be smart, but if as a model they read garbage data, they will give you garbage output. So the idea is like how best you can define your prompt. Mastering the prompt is also a skill set. And people, like I would say college students, right? They are under immense stress, but they want to have a side hustle, because they don't want to penalize their parents paying hefty money to colleges and all these things, right? So what they
Right.
can do is they can start building websites. Buy a small free, a lot of the tools offer free tier,
Hmm.
and the premium version is also there. Go check them out, start building website, or look at the massive scale of kirana stores we have in India, and they don't have a website, and they lose a lot of business because of that to Swiggy or Swiggy Insta or Jeptos, Blinkits of the world, right? So
Right.
if
All quick
that can be
commerce.
automated, imagine the business, the scale, the volume they receive, right? So
Right.
all areas are wide open, but it is still evolving, I would say, because people are still experimenting what AI can do, what the new role will look like. And people who are using it in their day-to-day life at work, personal life is okay, professional life, work life, who are there, and they will have a steep rising curve. It
Hmm.
doesn't have to be like you will significantly grow as a VP or something, but you will make money if you are
Hmm.
using AI in the right way. I always believe that if right tools you use, your career is future proof. I know it's not future proof to say that, it looks like a blanket statement, but it will give you assurance that you have an insurance. It's
Right.
like insurance for your career. So if you
Right.
have AI, and after 5 or 6 years, trust me, you will hear something called quantum computing.
Right.
That time AI will be like cloud. Like 10 years back, cloud was new, and people are saying why to send data to cloud, what will happen? And I used to tell to customers, people, and everyone, you are putting money in a banker locker, your gold ornaments, it's same thing, because you have the keys to that, right? In the AI you still have a mechanism to control that. Similarly, that time AI will look like, okay, AI is a normal norm, let's talk about quantum computing. And people
Right.
will start from the same, like whether it is a hype, whether it is going to stay there, what is the use cases, what are the impact, whose
Right.
job will stay intact, right? So
Right.
the only way to stay relevant is always learn. Although
Okay.
I am forced to learn, but I would say never stop learning. Learn something productive half an hour in a day, so that you can improve every day.
To be relevant, you'll have to focus on the latest kind of learning. That's nice. So see, actually I have met many people after they have seen the news of layoffs, mass layoffs in big companies. Some of them are so much worried actually, and they feel like my job is at risk. So if someone has the idea their jobs are just going to be at risk, what should be the immediate steps they can take to be relevant, or somehow to manage the life things.
Yeah. So I would say, uh, gather your thoughts. I know this is a painful period. We all go through, and if I say I don't worry, I will be lying. And this is a good sign to worry, honestly.
Hmm.
And this will keep you grounded. This stress
Right.
is I people will say there is no good stress, bad stress. I believe it is a good stress to keep us grounded and stay relevant in the industry, honestly, because
Right.
otherwise what value you are giving to the company, right? They are paying you money, and return we are expected to have a 10x return to the company, right? In terms of
Right.
impact or all those things, right? I would say start small. Whatever your business is focusing, if you are working in IT profession and worried about job, start small, gather your thoughts. Don't go by FOMO or noise. If your line of business or unit is following chat GPT, go with that. Don't look at other models.
Hmm.
Be a Go deep in one model. Maybe if they're using Google technologies, go deep in Gemini. If they're using Anthropic, go deep in Claude. Don't say that you are a generalist, I know everything. So then there is a problem, I would say. That's the reason I never explore many tools. I always explore one or two tools max. Like Google
Right.
tools, I use it in my day-to-day life and also in office. So, and I also do competitive study there, where I study little bit of Anthropic, little bit of things, but those are my outlier products. But my primary focus is Google product, because I work for Google and I
Right.
work day to day on Google technologies. So
Right.
focus on one, see where your business is demanding. If you are a software engineer, for example, how can Gemini improve my productivity and without substandardizing my level of coding, following the best practice in my context, how I can code faster, better, and give output to my project manager or whoever it is, or delivery head or whoever it is, right? As an
Right.
example. So in that way, you will be relevant, honestly, because AI cannot completely replace human beings, honestly,
Right.
and you always need human, and AI is augmented with human.
Right. So it's a great insight from you. See, it should. It is going to be a bit controversial. Like what gives pleasure to one, right? Whether it is money or
Yeah,
something else. I'm not going to talk about that. But somehow money is important in one's life, right? If someone is doing job, they are having some set of their lifestyle, and they want to retain that, and for that reason, they need money, and for the sake of that they are doing job, and they are happy with that, and suddenly they feel like I'm no longer going to the office from the next very day because we are laid off. But it's okay. I just want to know, if someone wants to start making money using AI, what should be the immediate step to take, and what should be the roadmap? What would you suggest to them?
yeah. See, I would say, work on freelancer project.
Okay.
Once you, let's say, for example, assuming that you have picked a little bit of skills, uh,
Hmm.
immediately go to Upwork or Fiverr. There are a lot of projects. Unfortunately, I cannot give time to those, but those projects might be looking small. You have to start somewhere, right? You cannot start with a big bang story of saying, I am going to start with XYZ dollars, right? So
Right.
you have ample of opportunities there. So and also there are a lot of colleges in India.
Hmm.
Their curriculum I see is not updated. I get reach out to them, obviously as from LinkedIn channel. So I would say the third thing people always miss out, and I realized late in my career, like, brand yourself properly on LinkedIn, so that
Hmm.
you can also, people will reach out to you. You never know. I was reach out for Google by no one except from LinkedIn. I was reach
Okay.
out to Oracle. Second time in Oracle, I worked in Twistin by LinkedIn. So it
Okay.
happened, even SAP. So that time I used to be very active. Be active on LinkedIn, because fortunately, unfortunately, that is the channel where people like professional, like people like in IT industry or the other industries are active and looking at. You never know who is viewing your profile. So amplify your brand in the right direction. Add
Hmm.
value whatever you have learned. See, it doesn't matter. Because let's say, for example, you have a FOMO that I will not be the first one to write a content on that. I had this
mm,
4 years back when I started writing Medium. People will judge me. I said, what? I may not be
mm,
the first one, but I will not be the last one. I used to think that way. So you can be
mm,
never be the first one, because moment the technology is released, there are 1 million people's hooking into it. What Google is doing, what Anthropic is doing, what OpenAI is doing, what Perplexity is doing, what others are doing, right? So the
right.
same way, keep upskilling, go for freelancing project, reach out to people, colleges, right?
Mm,
And stay relevant on LinkedIn. These are small things. People know it, but they are lethargic. I know it
mm,
takes time to sink in when you get impacted. It's very easy to say out from outside. If somebody is impacted and somebody is having job to give, I call Guru Gyan, right? I don't want to give that, but money should go on. And honestly, in AI era, if you're not making money, then I think something is wrong in your approach. I will not
right.
say something is wrong in your mindset or attitude or something. You are missing out. And reach out to people. And I will tell you, there are a lot of people. I do sometimes CSR reach out to me saying that, can you help me? I reach out depending on my bandwidth to them, saying that start small, start with Google free courses. You don't have to go, or start with Udemy. In 19 rupees or even at 11 rupees, I have seen courses, very good courses, because people are trying to establish themselves, right? Or there are
Right.
free courses from Andrew Ng, who is the godfather of AI. I am a big
Mm,
fan of him. You can Google it, you will find him
right.
everywhere. So they offer free courses. Go for free things, and trust me, there are a lot of free things on YouTube and websites. You just need to have right intention to figure it out. The basic foundation has to be there. You cannot say I want to earn money without learning AI. That's a false
Mm,
hype you are getting. If second thing, once learning is done, go to Fiverr, freelancer site, Upwork, whatever it is. Reach
mm,
out to brands. There are a lot of sites, I cannot tell it upfront, where I reached out to brands to collab from my YouTube channel, because I love AI tools. Because I talk most about productivity to democratize it for the my segment of users who they are hooked to my channel, right? So these are
mm,
the areas, avenues people can explore, but you never know. Things are evolving while this is recorded or streamed online. Things might
right.
evolve much more faster with lot of avenues.
Right. Great. Awesome insights you have just shared over here. So now, people actually want to start, but somehow people are a bit worried. Like, if I'll be starting up, will it give the result? Will it somehow yield what exactly I'm expecting from it? So they keep on delaying it. I think so. If you'll answer one question, like, how long will it take for someone who wants to start using AI will be able to make first income using AI that will make a good clarity to them to give it a good start for AI.
Yeah. So see, the easiest way is to people are looking lot of UGC ad generation in Fiverr
Right,
and the Upwork site and other sites. I've seen lot of, and they're
right,
looking to hire AI video editors, AI voice architects, and all those things because they want to outsource it, right? So learn video creation. I can tell you there are thousands of tools, free tools like VO, Sora is down, or Cdance, the recently released Kling of the world, uh, and these are there are free tiers. Go learn properly creating a good video generation, and
mm,
if you master two three small things, you can go and start earning. That's not a big deal, honestly. Only thing is the first step and the first project might take time. Once
mm,
people see your credentials, feedback from the client, how this has done, and there is a no timeline, honestly, but I can only guide you in terms of learning milestones. So whenever I join a company or start learning for a new skill set or something, I still go by old school of thirds. You might
mm,
feel that way: 30, 60, 90. So somebody in great way, leader explained long back when I was in struggling in SAP, because SAP is a vast ocean as well. And there is so much of data, so much of moving thing, so much of products that I was always overwhelmed looking at. So somebody suggested to me, like, why don't you build 30, 60, 90 plan? and
mm,
assess yourself where you are at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Have you learned anything? And if this is missing, then go back and revisit your plan and have
mm,
a mentor. Mentor in the sense doesn't have to be a tech fancy mentor. Mentor
mhm,
can be who can give you out of the box thinking. For example, for me, being a tech guy, for me, I always choose a business mentor because they will see, okay, technically is good, but what value you added to businesses? Tell me that. They'll give
great.
me out of the box thinking. But if I go for tech mentors, great. Have you done the certification? I would
Mm,
always say certification should be the last thing. People say in LinkedIn, I am not against certification, honestly. 10x into company name, 12x into company name. I say, so what?
mm,
What have you achieved in your life? So when I say achieve in life, I am very brutal. Are you productive? Are you relevant? Are you
mm,
minting money? If are you not doing these three, four things, then I don't think you are successful. And that may
okay.
parameter may differ from different people, but I am very straightforward guy. I am very greedy in terms of time, my
Mhm,
productivity,
mhm,
and in terms of saving time first, and trade off money if I can save time, and money is also. If I am not able to multiply money over a period of years, and then I have not grown. See, I always
mm,
compare with the day one salary. I will tell you, I'm not shy away. I was working with Satyam, and my first salary was of 18 days or 12 days. I don't remember. It was like 3,661. So
okay.
if I am earning 100x of 3,061 after 20 years, I am successful.
Right.
So I always treat that way as a parameter. I should not go below 100x of my first salary, because
Mm,
there is inflation. Not only inflation at a normal market level in food, pharmacy, hospitals, education, and everything, right? So I'm
right.
calculating that parameters, right? People always see Carlo 1000, 2000. So that doesn't mean to me. Let's say, for example, if you are happy with 50 lakhs, you are happy. Somebody may not be happy with 1 CR or 2 CR, because
Right.
their aspiration is more high than me, for example, right? So for me, if you have to ask me, focus, 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 and make the work so boring that when somebody pushes you from sleep, you can talk about the technology. Today's AI, that's okay. After 5 years, I said quantum computing, you should be able to talk that language with the person, your colleagues, and you should be explain it in a simple way. And this is
Mm,
one of the reason I wrote a book, and uh, where I said I want to make it very realistic. For
mm,
example, I know I'm stretching the talk. For example, when I mom says why I should use AI, I said, when electricity came, did you stop using it? She had
mm,
no answer. Did When mobile came, are you still using landline? She had no answer. So then, why not using AI? It's just an app, and you want some recipe at home. Why call 10 peoples? Waste your time. Use that time to give something to Chat GPT or Gemini, whatever it is, doesn't matter,
right.
and get the output, and then build your foundation, and then go talk.
Right.
Instead of starting from ground zero, start from layer one. So don't
Right.
start from layer zero. Don't go with a blank mind saying that if I call Anurag, he will explain me this topic. I say, have you done your homework or not? When I say
Mm,
homework, means have you done the initial research? Let's say for
mm,
cooking, that's the homework for my mom. For me, learning new technology, that jargons, that bounces back me. Sometimes customer says, client says, I will immediately do in Gemini to figure out
mm,
what exactly he's talking, so that I can have a meaningful discussion, right? Otherwise, I will be
right.
zoned out of their call. So
Right.
that way, I say, do your homework. Don't start from layer zero. Start from your homework from layer one, where your layer zero is covered, where you have done your foundation. So let's say
Right.
somebody says Chat GPT, and people will say, okay, what is that? Then it's a disaster, right? so so I would say use ethically also AI, because I am also a bit worried.
Mm,
I will address it later for in the later, because
right.
something happened recently. I wrote a blog on that, and I
Mhm,
was not happy, because I normally search positive vibes about AI success stories. I love
mm,
those, but
right.
it randomly happened to me. I came across a blog saying two-person build $1 billion company.
Mm-hmm.
and that company was built on lies, unfortunately using AI. So
Hmm.
ethical use of using AI and governance and all those things has to be right in place, right? So it's like
Right.
a yardstick, right? You give a knife to a thief, he can do disaster. You give a knife to a chef, he can create wonders.
Right.
So in whose hand AI technology is there is also mattering the most here.
Yes, exactly. This is what one should understand actually nowadays. Many frauds and scams are coming out every day. People are just cloning the voice and they are just doing some kind of very big kind of a scams in the market going on the basis of AI.
Yes.
Obviously, we'll be talking about the threats and all later on. But right now, I just want to understand as we were talking about the job and all. So I feel we should talk a little about businesses as well, like as you were talking you were talking about kirana store, and they got replaced by Blinkit, Zepto. Even nowadays we can see Snapit and Pronto or urban company kind of company, they are just replacing the way maid used to work, right? We used to hire a maid for a month, but if I have to stay in a house for only 10 days in a month, I keep on traveling, so we can book a med in 10 minutes. Snapit is sending that to us. So things are actually changing. Businesses are actually changing. Most of the businesses I have seen, they have adopted AI
Yeah.
and automation actually. So what do you think, if a business is not going to adopt AI and automation, what is going to be the future of them?
uh, they're carving out their own grave. In this digital era, you need an online presence. That's the unfortunate reality. And I will tell you from my example because I have a lot of failures. When I was starting my YouTube journey last year,
Hmm.
and my daughter said, "You are present in YouTube. Are you not there in Insta? If you are
Hmm.
not in Insta, you don't exist." That
Hmm.
was a shock because it took me 2 3 hours to digest it. Why she said, and she has aspiration to grow social media. I said completely okay as long as your basics are covered in education. And I
Right.
don't say like go for 90%, 100%. I said whatever makes you happy in education, be razor focused. And she loves science and maths, so say be razor focused on that. You don't have to be a specialist in English or specialist in other things, Hindi or blah blah blah. What happens to you, focus best on that. So she said that statement. Then I realized, yes, online presence is important, and not in one platform. You never know which platform will click. So for
Right.
example, I am still struggling in YouTube and Insta, but I started with Threads. There is a platform, right? You must be knowing
Right.
that, of course,
Yes.
from Meta only. And
Hmm.
I got 100 followers in 5 days. I don't know how, because that's a cross posting happens, right? From Insta, I
Yes.
post, it happens automatically there. And I am a
Right.
least user of Threads. Similarly, Medium blogs, I write and I forget. So
Hmm.
I posted in LinkedIn that I have wrote a blog on this topic. Let me know your thoughts. Engage with me, and please be brutally honest. No
Hmm.
sugarcoating comments. I write that way. So
Right.
so people started appreciating it. They commented it, and all this happened. So you may start off with one, but have 3 4 options of online media presence. So if
Hmm.
you are a kirana store, have a website, do SEO optimization, hire a professional on Fiverr. They will not
Hmm.
charge you much money because
Right.
market is very competitive. Because everybody, student to the guys who have lost their job, unfortunately, I pray for them. Let them get back. It can happen to anyone. But all those guys are sitting hungry for business to work. So make them aware. Online presence, website, Insta, and everything like Facebook, and run ads. You will have to be multi-folded. You cannot be saying I will be only there on Facebook, people will come to me. No, it doesn't work.
Hmm.
You never know which platform will click for you, and once you have gained the followers, you will divert to your website. That's the
Right.
ultimate. You need a followers community. So let's say I still go to kirana store because I enjoy the discussion with him. And I am very problem obsessed person. It might sound very pessimistic, but in the AI world, uh, if you have to succeed, that is my strong belief, you will have to love the problems. If you shy away or scared of problems, then this technology is not for you, honestly.
Right.
So you have to be obsessed with problems. So I like to hear what is not working. I say working is fine. You have grown from a small stall to a big two-floored now, but business is not happening. What is that not happening? You tell me. So I discuss in that local language, like Hindi or not English, Hindi, because I don't know Kannada much here, but I speak Hindi a lot while speaking
Hmm.
with them. And those are Marwadis, and those have taught us the basics of business.
Hmm.
Marwadi cannot succeed, then who else will succeed? It's my strong belief. And I will tell you, if you have to learn to scale your business, anything, go sit with Marwadi and spend time. I spent some hours of time in a month with Marwadis because I
Right.
know they know the ground reality. But at the same time, they will have to get upskilled with online digital presence.
Right. So that's great. So it's really nice to see like you are just recommending businesses to somehow be present in online world as well, and you have mentioned how one should start. Like they should not be present on a single platform, like you're talking about everything be present on Insta, LinkedIn. Even you should write some blogs as well on
Yep.
Quora, Medium. I think so businesses should be on GMB as well. That is most
Yes.
actually a relevant platform for the businesses actually. I see everyone is just searching shalom near me,
Yeah.
restaurant near me. So obviously, if your business is just coming on top, you'll definitely gain customers from there. And obviously,
Yeah.
you should focus on the reviews as well. So it's nice suggestion to
Yeah.
all
I'll
them.
give one more tip. We'll let before moving
Yeah.
ahead. Go into Google Maps and search for Kirana stores and find out how many of them will not have online website presence. They will have a Google Maps presence.
Right.
You will
Right.
end up having like 5 or 6 out of 10 don't have a online media presence. So
Right.
that's the basic easy step to start. Unfortunately, I don't have time. If I was young, I have could have loved to explore this idea. Searching in Google Maps, 10 Kirana store near my area, and I'll reach out to them, call them. There is a phone number. Call them. Hey, you need online presence. What is troubling you? I will start that my sales speech with that angle.
Oh, great. Actually, for this purpose, we actually my team. I'm talking about my team. My team uses Gemini. Actually, what they do, they go to Gemini and they tell to Gemini like, give me the data of 50 saloons, 50 dental clinics in this particular location with their mobile number, email ID, address, and decision maker as well. The name
Yep.
of the decision maker, and it gives in no time. And what they do, they see how their website is working. If there's some problems in their website, they do the audit and they share the report with them. Actually, they approach them for the SEO things and social media marketing things and
Yep.
all. So somehow what I see, 3 to 5% people are getting converted
Yep.
if they're using this method as well. So as we discussed earlier, like what are steps one should take to have
Yep.
the first paycheck using AI. Learn one skill, as you have already mentioned what the skills they should hone, and after learning that skill, try to approach people using Gemini or using
ChatGPT or
DMB.
Claude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously that's really a great thing to do. मुझे what I feel, after the advent of AI, everything has become very simple. And
Yep.
as you said, if you're not earning money in the era of AI, there's somehow problem in your approach
Yep.
and nothing else.
Yep.
Actually, if you are following the right approach, there's no way that will not be able to make money out of it. A lot of things
Absolutely.
are there. Everything has got revolutionized. Like if you're using Gemini or Chat GPT, even you're able to design amazing graphics. You are able
Yep.
to code, you are able to write content, you are able to create carousel. Like you can become a
Yep.
social media marketer as well. But if
Yep.
you're starting up with the basics things, even there
Yep.
are a number of things what you can explore. And rest of the things, as cloud is doing amazing nowadays.
Yep.
Open claw has come, as I have seen your
Yeah.
video actually on
Yeah.
YouTube. That gave me a great idea, like how open claw is just helping people to automate end-to-end processes. So it's amazing, it's truly lovely. So we are talking about the good things of AI. That's great to talk about, but somehow it is a threat for people to some extent. So, uh, can you please let us know what are the dark side of AI?
Yeah, and it is not only me telling that, people have realized it.
Right,
So it's like this, right? You are training a baby, babies into the world. You are training, and they're in the initial years, right? They're crawling, they're limping, slowly running, right? So that's a
right,
very critical age, right? And we all underestimate that because we are always at the seeing at the good side. My baby is walking. Similarly,
right,
AI is a baby, and but that baby will go very fast, like animals go fast and human beings go very slowly, right? So but that
right,
this baby will grow exponentially high. The dark side which I look is, I'll give an example because I am a data backed guy who has evolved to adopt gen AI. So
right,
so I come from a boring data background because of SAP and Oracle and all those things. But I will tell you this: the ethics and governance is has got a lot of milestone to cover. And the biggest example is, I recently wrote a blog, and it happened to me. I was always searching, I said, Rosie's pictures of AI, because that's a dopamine for me to start a new journey or a new tool or a new certification or something new, right?
right.
So it landed up by mistake to me, and because that was not my search.
Hmm.
So and fortunate, I was fortunate because I got exposed and I got a reality check. Because there is a guy, Matthew, I forgot his full name. One I think 1 year back in 2025 somewhere, he started a company called Medvi, Medvi. Search
Hmm.
for it. And that is into healthcare and pharmacy,
Okay.
very crucial industry.
Hmm.
And what he has done is, he has built that company, and he said as of today he will record 1.8 billion dollar sales in revenue. And he
Wow.
has one employee, that is his own sibling brother. So two people, 1.8 billion company, sounds very fancy and rosy from outside.
Right,
But what was compromised and which disheartened me a lot, because I promote AI like anything, honestly, because I
right.
love the tool. I know
So,
there is a gaps everywhere. You can either see the glass half empty or half full, right?
right,
So, but what happened was, when I went through YouTube's videos and all backed by data points like Reuters and all, I spent massive like 4 or 5 hours
right,
without giving Chat GPT or Gemini. I
right,
said, don't summarize me, let me go and read that article. And I was taken back, honestly, because that guy used fake doctors on to promote on Facebook, to saying
mm,
that their product will help in weight loss. So weight loss is, I believe, is don't get me wrong, I believe it still has got a long way to go, and people are getting deceived, and there are a lot of obesity in the market, right? US,
right,
India, and this has led to a lot of problems of diabetes, BP, and heart problem, everything, right? We all know that. And he
right,
has created fraud in that super critical healthcare industry. So
mm,
that I didn't like it, honestly. I don't say good or bad, but I say it's really the dark side, because he created fake profiles of doctor promoting that medicine. And there are
mm,
some medicine names I don't remember now. Uh, I forgot the name. We call it GLP medicines. GLP medicines are injections that is taken for weight loss. You might have seen Karan Johar,
mm-hmm,
significant weight loss, or a lot of serial guys, they take it because that's a showbiz business and they have to maintain that figure, right? But
right,
Manjaro, you might have heard the name, on the lines of Manjaro, but this product was never put to trials and tested. And they
mm-hmm,
took big brand company name saying that they have authenticated and tested it.
right,
Imagine the label of AI being used to create a fraudulent blogs, videos of before and after image, before and after video. And if you go very microscopic eyes, you will realize, hey, this person is not the same before and after.
right,
You will make out. So he created a fraud and ethically wrong, and that was very worrying. Second
mm,
thing is OpenClaw. I'm a big fan of OpenClaw,
mm-hmm,
but uh, the day it was released, I forgot the person's name. My bad. Uh, in case you know it, you let me know. Re-educate me back on the person's name. It was viral everywhere. One software engineer released it, but all the guardrails were missing. Imagine you put OpenClaw on your personal laptop, and your personal laptop is configured with bank statement. We ask the browser to remember user ID, password, banks, net banking, whatever, doing credit card, right? What will happen? And they created their social media fan blog, and where they said human beings are not allowed to talk. We call them mold book, like a Facebook for human beings, mold book for agents, and human beings can only observe. And they were talking and criticizing human beings. And imagine that's the extreme thing can happen, I believe. But OpenClaw updating, like sending me everyday notification, latest AI news, latest generic news, latest update on emails. I love that. But this is the extreme case happening, right? So third thing I would like to end this question, answer to this question is Anthropic.
Mm.
Anthropic released a new product called Mythos, and the founder itself, uh, Dorio Amorai, right? Amiodorai, right? His name, if I'm not forgetting. I always keep the surname. Uh, uh, he's a great guy, and I truly respect him because he took the guts to say no to Pentagon, right? Imagine saying no to US government. But
Mm.
that guy has released a model to restricted companies called Mythos, how they pronounce it, and he is worried what will happen. And he wrote somewhere, I did a fact check, like even he went to Vatican City, to a Catholic, saying that the person like father is an ex technocrat, to say
Mm.
how can we morally and ethically improve the models. He did that literally. If
Mm.
you search this news about Anthropic's owner and saying to Rome, Italy, or something, you will get bits and pieces of the news. So these all things really worries me, because I was, out of all this, I was taken aback by uh, OpenClaw a bit, because they're abusing humans. I saw a bit of, I cannot put it here, because they created their own religion,
Right.
started their own secret language, so that any human beings observing will not understand. And they were mocking around their owners who created them. And the first thing first, 1.8 billion dollar industry created with one man. And unfortunately, all the great YouTubers of the world, I don't blame them, they have got millions of subscribers. Imagine, out of 1 million, 10% people will look at your videos because they are your fans, they are your community.
Right.
You are
Right.
sending the wrong message. So that's what it tricked me. I said no. So I took, and it took me a lot of guts, because might have a double-edged sword, right? I'm criticizing AI here. Being a AI guy, imagine I am criticizing AI for wrong ethical use. So I
Mm.
wrote on LinkedIn, I wrote on Medium, and about
Mm.
to make a video when I get time, at least, because now I don't want to get it viral, because people are always looking at one person built $1.8 billion business sales revenue. People are not looking into the deep into the story, and they are always fancied by half baked stories, saying that he has made it, so I will also make it. But the way he has used it, fake doctors images, and different sites of the same name has got
Mm.
different doctor names, different doctor faces. So if you see Pritam Sahoo on Facebook, will be me, and Pritam Sahoo on Insta will be you.
Mm.
And they have got the credentials and feedback saying that this is their amazing work, this is clinically trialed. And this doctor had to reach out to this guy saying that please remove this post because these are not mines. So this was a complete disaster, and I don't know how this was missed out. But the guardrails and governance is important. And one of my friend is starting a new venture. She's pretty smart, and even I think she's 100x better than me. Honestly, I keep learning and look at her readings and the theories and what was she published. She's starting up something on AI governance ethics. I think that's one of the
Nice.
best way. That's the gap here,
Right.
because everybody is starting with like AI video editor tool. You go with
Mm.
Hicksfield, you go with any brand, they start
Mm.
releasing AI video tools. But what about the basics? I call this basics. It's like giving the baby a knife and saying, "Boss, don't do anything with the knife." For them, it's a toy, right? For them, it's a
Right.
toy. They don't know the meaning of knife yet. But if you give
Right.
them the knife, Imagine what disaster can go till the extreme end, and this disaster has happened in the healthcare. So this guy name is Matthew, and I seriously condemn this because this is not the right way. But unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers are celebrating the success story.
Actually, they are just going with the mass, like what people are saying. Most of the people are saying they are just quoting the same thing. They are not doing their due diligence. They are not having a research on that. And if someone has talked, some big YouTuber, big content creator has talked about that, so I should also talk about it, because they have nothing to do with the content. They have to do everything with the views they are getting over
Yeah,
there.
I will tell
So
you, when I work with brands for my YouTube channel to sponsor, I am very choosy. Of course, money is the first parameter because the amount of effort goes for 4 or 5 hours, right? But I also look at whether I'm truly in for or respect that product or not. See, as I said,
right,
OpenClaw is a double-edged sword. AI is a double-edged sword, right? So I see the productivity part, so I did it. If I somewhere I had 1% doubt about OpenClaw, I could have never done a video of MaxClaw. It's a OpenClaw's cousin from Minimax, Chinese model. So
right,
I would have said no, no, it doesn't align with my ethics and my moral doesn't allow. So in
right.
case there are a few brands who reach out to me, I clearly say no because it has nothing to do with AI, because just because I have 20K odd followers or something like that, and you are seeing some views on it, you are approaching me to promote your video, but it doesn't align with my thought process. So the day when
Right,
I started on motivation the channel, but I thought my forte will be data, coming from data background will be AI next. And I was evolving, I was very new. I say still now I am learning. I
mhm,
might be wrong in some areas, but my agenda is to improve 1% every day. And I don't want to go big shot, like go to 100x in a one day or 1 year. I will keep improving as the technology evolves because it takes a lot of time and effort, honestly, to learn something, right? And
right,
go deep. People will
right,
say, I know everything. Then I say, I will fold my hands, say, sorry, I am not your type. If you say to me
mm.
that I know everything of everything technology on AI, I know Claude, I know this, I am 10x certified, I will shy away from that person.
Once
I
I
need
had, sorry, sorry for interruption. Actually, once my trainer told me, like, every day 100 of books are just coming on different topics in the world. It's not possible to read out all them. The same thing is happening nowadays. Every second, every minute, the evolution is just going on in the AI world. So no one can say like this, I know everything about AI. You will keep on working. Even you are so relevant, you have read everything, you have learned everything till this particular time. Whenever we are recording the video, just after the video, something else will come up in the market. So it's
Yeah,
great to listen from you. Like, no one can be perfect, no one can say I know everything about it. So you please continue. Thank you so much.
yeah. No, I wanted to bring this statement because so once you say you are a specialist of all and master of all and
Right.
jack of all trades, this worries me. This worries me because I don't doubt that person or that thing. My worry is either you are jobless, you have lot of time, 24 hours, or and this is your only work to study, or you are a
Right.
professor or doctor. You are doing so much research that you have covered entire thing in the world. Most of the time it is not that the case because I know my friends, they say Claude is good, Claude is that, I have tested Claude very well, I have tested Gemini. I said, well, thank you, but I will stick to my basics.
Hmm. And actually, our purpose should be clear. What exactly we want out of it? What is our end goal? If our end goal is to do the deep research into AI domain, it's fine. You keep on doing. But
Yeah,
if the end goal is to scale your business using AI, so you don't have to know about all the AI tools, all the
correct.
models. You have to limit yourself to some specific tools or models which align with your business, and which is helping you to get the best productive things out of your business, which is helping you to grow your sales, revenues, everything. So it's really great to listen to you. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I'm loving the talk actually. What I feel, because you are also into AI, and I also serve the same space. So somehow I feel like our conversation will keep on going. It will never
Yeah,
come to an end. But yes, I do have a worry. Like somehow AI is making people a bit dumber. What is this is my personal perception actually. I see many people, if something comes to them, they suddenly rush towards AI tools and all. They don't spend even a single minute to think. They don't spend even a single minute to put their creative ideas into that. They suddenly rush to AI tools like Gemini, ChatGPT, and they ask, "I have given this task. Now what to do?" And you know what AI is doing nowadays. So
yeah,
somehow I feel it is going to be a threat for the people. But yes, I just want to know your opinion. Like if we are sitting in 2026, let's think about 2030. What is going to happen? Will AI be empowering people more, or it will make people less relevant in 2030?
yeah. Going forward, I see it will make people more productivity. So I would say thoughts, ideas, creativity should be yours. AI should be a mechanism or process to automate that. For
Right.
example, if I want to write a blog, I will write it myself. I will use AI to polish it so that I don't use spelling mistakes or sometimes I miss out fact checks, right? I go with the flow of writing so much. Like, I'll give an example. When I was writing about this guy, right, Matthew, $1.8 billion industry sales revenue, right? So I read 3, 4 articles, but I started writing in my own language and everything. But I thought, hey, I'm missing out something. I have seen a lot of positive and only one or two citations of negativity. And let me go to Gemini and Chat GPT and Claude or wherever I want. Google search, simple Google search has got AI mode as well. So let me search there. I started searching. Then I found a lot of Reuters article. I said,
Hmm.
who better than Reuters can say and are more credible than anything else people say on YouTube, right?
Right.
So then this helped me to form a strong notion saying that why this person has done wrong with AI, or AI is being abused in a very 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 bad way, right? So that way I use AI. I don't say I don't use AI. I am doing doctorate research as well. So what I do is I always make mistakes in writing Harvard style. So when you write an doctorate degree, there is something called citation style you have to follow. I am very poor at it. I accept it. So what I say when I do thesis and all, I augment with AI and say, please align it to Harvard style so that my mentor doesn't reject my literature review, my concept paper, or my research proposal or something. So that helps me save time. Imagine I will go to an internet, Bing or Google or Edge, Safari, start how to write this in Harvard style. What will happen? I will spend ages of time, right? That time I will spend on going to Google Scholar to research my topic, or
Right.
and get relevant links from different websites or Chat GPT or Gemini. Of
Right.
course, models will hallucinate, they will give wrong info, but 70 to 80% time it will automate. That time I
Right.
will use. But my thought process, my thinking, this is mine. So that would be the your attitude. If you think you got a math problem and you just take a photo, upload it to Chat GPT Gemini and say
Just solve.
solve this in my handwriting, it will generate that. I have seen that. And fortunately, touchwood, my kids have not done that. But I always put a check on AI saying that use AI to automate the boring or mundane work, which is taking a time editing. Let's say video editing, that is taking a lot of time, right?
Right.
Automate that. But the storyline, the background, and everything, see, the scene by scene is yours. You are
Hmm.
writing a story. You are the karta, right?
Hmm.
Like Lord Ganesha, right? You are the Brahma, right? You are creating the thought, but asking AI to help to automate it so that it could lead to completion. Otherwise, what will happen is if you start writing and then leave it, the book will never get completed, story will never get completed. With AI, now you can imagine you are going to have a outcome. So
Right.
that will, yes, it will make people productive at the same time who are doing copy paste, then they are leading themselves to a disaster. I would say don't do that. It is not too late. Use AI to your smartness. Use AI to augment your personality, and approach, so that
Right.
do cheating in a smart way. It's not that,
Great.
not, I don't say cheating, but if somebody has to put it in a blunt way in Indian language, आप cheating कर रहे हो तो do it smartly, but you don't cheat yourself saying that, yeah, this is my research paper, my blog, my everything, I wrote it. Then if
Uh,
somebody questions about that, then you will not know head and tail of that.
right.
You will be caught red-handed one day. That one
Right.
day when it will happen, imagine happens after 10 years, and now you are being called as an AI guru, and you are caught red-handed. What will happen? Your brand is gone, image is gone, your character is breached, and everything is gone. That is
Right.
more disastrous than today.
Right. Great, awesome. Like use it wisely and use your creativity into it and make it somehow unique. And
Yeah.
make it use it to make your thoughts, your creativity more powerful. Don't just rely on AI tools only because that is what anyone can do. So, what is your need? If it is yours, there should be somehow you. So it's really nice conversation with you. So now I would be asking some basic questions, like if I'll ask you for the graphic designing, what are those tools which will be suggesting people to use?
Okay. Graphic designing, infographics, and everything. You can use Notebook LM. It's a free tool. It has
Right.
got and it creates a stunning visuals. Or you put the draft, the story, and 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 give the prompt wisely, saying that, hey, work like a infographic expert and focus on the problem statement, the story, and the solutions. For example, so I
Right.
would that way. I would not say create a infographics of this content above in the chat, because that will create random things. But if you
Right.
put that way, it will create a stunning visuals. And imagine that work will cost you thousands of dollars in the market earlier.
Hmm.
Now that heavy lifting has gone taken by. There are a lot of other tools as well. I don't say, but I am so much of Googlerized because of working with Google tools, and a big
Hmm.
fan of Google tools, honestly, in my day-to-day
Right.
life. And so I use Notebook LM has got a lot of things, but infographics is one of the key features. You should be using it for visual storyboard, anything.
Very nice. For the infographics, right?
Yeah.
And if someone is a graphic designer, like they are using Adobe, Photoshop or Canva, so would you suggest some tools which are
Yeah.
making their work easy?
Yeah. I think CapCut is free.
CapCut
But
is for video editing, right?
yeah, visual editing, but they have AI capabilities now. They have
Right.
AI capabilities.
I'm talking about the graphic designing, like Canva or some other tools.
I use Canva because
Okay.
that is my tool of choice, because it has got AI inbuilt now. So that is
Obviously,
and
obviously, AI is into that.
inbuilt now.
And
But
we have already talked like people can use Gemini and ChatGPT even. They
yeah,
are able to create your a stunning advertisement for
and
Meta ads.
Google tools like Gemini has got Canvas inbuilt, something similar to Canva,
Right,
but not
right.
exactly on the same lines.
Yeah, but and you're from Google, so I would say thanks to you as well. Somehow you are making people's work easier. Like in Google, I have seen if you have Gemini Pro, you would be having access to Google Slides, Forms, Google Sheets,
Yeah,
and they are awesome. Earlier, I used to create PPT using some other tools like Napkin, I like Gamma. But when in Slides, Google has integrated AI feature, it has become my favorite. Like
I will tell
now,
you. So since you touched my at the point, I day in day out create slides at work. So you go to Notebook LM. It's a free
right,
tool as a free
right,
user,
right, right,
and
right,
and ask them to prepare a slide by slide, and be very razor focused. What you are looking at, problem statement, what approach, and do research. It has got deep research,
right,
and then summarize it. And there is an option to create called slides, and you
right.
can create slides there
Right.
as well.
Somehow
And
they have interlinked all the product of Google. So
yeah,
that's really a good thing actually. If you're going to Notebook LM, you'll be able to leverage the power of all the tools of Google. So it's really a good thing actually. So I'm really happy to have you in my show today. It was
pleasure is mine.
really an insightful podcast. But yes, Apart of AI, I want to know a little more about you. Like you are working on a global level, you are into Google, and you have worked for many other companies as well, which really have a good reputation in the market. So I would love to know a little about you, like you, how you took yourself from zero to this level.
Yeah. So one thing my dad said long back, it's very touching story. I come from a typical middle class background. My dad used to work with Tata Refractories, a small town in Orissa. Um so he told one thing. I used to love to play cricket, badminton, and all. I was not good at badminton, but cricket I was very good. And I, at class 7 or class 6, somebody told, for middle class people, education is the sword. I don't know
Hmm.
what happened after me. I was studying books a lot, but I started easing my perception around books.
Hmm.
Previously, it was under pressure. Now I started loving what I hated most. So I started reading lot of books, and every whenever I used to go from my small town where I was born, it's a place called Belpahar in
Hmm.
Orissa, Western Orissa. The nearest city was Raulkela, the bigger town, or Chhattisgarh or MP. It is in that part of the world. Or in the Orissa, it was Cuttack and Bhubaneswar. I
Hmm.
used to buy a lot of books, and my father used to go mad. Like every time he goes to bookshop, what I don't know what I told him, why he's going to bookshop. I used to buy GK book, I used to buy a lot of book, and I happen to be a good quizzer as well. That's my
Hmm.
secret sauce. Because I was very good in history, geography. I was good and very good, honestly. And I have gone to My India quiz contest. Siddharth,
Hmm.
he was a very popular person. Derek O'Brien's Born Meter quiz contest, in our time it used to come. I succeeded in My India quiz contest, and all, but Born Meter quiz contest, we felt badly because that time it involves a lot of factors to succeed, because like music, audio, quizzing, and that time, coming from a small town, we had less access. Apart from books, we were like bookworms. So coming back to the story, so I always treated books as my best friend. I always had a friend circle, and I never used to believe numerology that time. I am a number 7 person. So I have limited friends, and I am very choosy for time from that small childhood. I don't know why it happened. It happened, and it was from inside, saying ki I should not waste time. I should be very choosy. I was very choosy in everything, in food, in everything, and books. So I was a bookworm, and I used to buy a lot of books, study books, out of study books, not novels, not fictions. I hate them, honestly, but all related to technology, studies, and everything, which excited me. So in that way, I kept learning, and uh, you can call me in as a slogger in cricket world, but slogging every day. Uh, uh, so I used to read everything. Let's say whatever book I got, I will say I'll smell the book. I have lot of books, and lot of books I have not touched also, but I'll still buy, and my family hates that because they see as a dump yard. I never say no to books. If somebody buys, my friend or my kids, any book exciting, go for it. Don't buy unnecessary clothes or something, buy books. So so that was the baseline which my father, in my subconscious mind, set it. My father did it. I don't know why he did it, but that realized, like, I will have no future without books, I will have nothing without education. So I kept on struggling. I am a huge struggler because I have seen ups and downs in my life, father losing job, and going down, deep down, starting from zero. In my
Right.
college, self-funding, going teaching students. My senior classes students, I used to teach in electronics, in spite of not reading my books. You can imagine the
Hmm.
way I built myself. So yes,
Great.
and I learned computers first in Satyam, and I was very panic mode, anxiety mode. I never used to know to how to power on the button, because
Hmm.
in my college there was a computer subject. I used to ask my juniors to write the software code. I
Hmm.
never realized when I got a job in Satyam. I said, "What? My God!" And I had 3 months break, so I started learning Java like anything. So programming and everything, and out of the batch of 50 people, we used to call it ELTP in Satyam in those days, training batch, entry level training programming. I forgot the batch now. It was 52 or something. I was a topper, surprisingly. I said, "Wow, I know coding now." But again, I
Hmm.
struggled. coding. When I went to Chennai people salute and master. They're very hardworking and very smart. I always learn from them. So keep your friend circles right. People who demotivate you, detach them from themselves. I learned very late in my life. Have a guru. I learned this very late in life. Mentor might be anybody, but have a mentor, at least one from the industry. If you're in healthcare industry, have a mentor from healthcare industry, because they know the wider picture. And what should you do? If you are 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, then have a mentor. Even if you're 20 years like me, I still have a mentor. Unofficially, I reach out to them for guidance when I'm frustrated or demotivated, uh, because every human being goes through the phase, right? So have a mentor. uh, Put a check on reality check, accept your failures. And if you have not seen failures, I touch wood, write this. I'll write it in your notebook. Honestly, Anurag, I don't want to scare you. You will never succeed. If you have not failed, you will never succeed, because there is no learning. There is zero learning from success. All learning happens from failures. There might be 1 or 2% success story, but people unfortunately see the success story, but they
Right.
don't see what other Anurag or Pritam has gone through from their structure to reach here. And
So,
and touch wood, I have gone through grinding of interview rounds.
hmm,
Now the interview rounds has become easy because I have been also part of the panel interviewing, and I have failed in the interview. I don't shy away, but I always note down what question I didn't answer. I do
right.
research because now it is very easy to research. Go to
Hmm,
Gemini, Chat GPT,
hmm,
research, go to the documentation of that product on the Google or Microsoft or Anthropic, and read it. If you are
right.
seriously willing to learn, if you say I failed because I need to put a blame on the interviewer, blame on the luck, I don't accept that. But I sometimes do
Right.
that. I am a human being. But
Hmm.
I believe like learning has to go till you go to your grave. It
Last
can
breath of
be,
your life.
it can be anything. It doesn't have to be technology. It has to be like spiritualism. I've started
Right.
spiritualism. You will see last time when you spoke, you see Rudraks, right? I started
Right.
adapting it because it gave me peace of mind. So all these things happens, and I always believe things comes led to me. But I always listen to my mom and my wife, my two backbones of my life. People have one spinal cord. I have got two spinal cord, and
Hmm.
they keep pushing me both ways, and they keep me grounded actually, saying
Hmm.
that don't get super excited. These are the good days. Bad days are also coming.
Hmm.
Move on and prepare for the next thing. So they keep me humbled and grounded every day.
Great. Awesome. So now the final question from my side, like, uh, in the era of AI nowadays, if you could go back to your life, what is the one thing you would definitely do?
Yeah. So I don't know, this is a regret or something, because the problem with me is I am super obsessed with customer problems.
Hmm.
So I always wanted to be a client facing role, like business analyst,
Hmm.
sales technical architect, post sales technical architect, always talking to clients.
Hmm.
Sometimes I feel I left software engineering early. If I could have stayed a software engineering for more 5 6 7 8 years or 10 years, I could have become a data scientist.
Hmm.
So then moved on to actual Gen AI era. Today it is, right. I have that regret, but that's okay. uh, because AI was there everywhere, right? That time it was there, but it was not used, and that was limited to certain section of peoples, right? But if I was that small 0.0001% people, I could have been more happy, honestly, because because the amount of effort I put now has could have been reduced. Because if somebody tells me, I do a research why the traditional AI ML is not able to do it first.
Hmm.
Why this Gen AI? When it came initially 3 years back with Google and Chat GPT started, right? Bard, you said, Palm from Google, rebranding
Right.
of a Bard, and then Chat GPTs of the world, right? Then I was very resistant. Then I realized one thing: if it is making me uncomfortable, then God has chosen me to work on this destiny as a job.
Hmm.
So then I picked it wholeheartedly. Initially, 2 months, I was very resistant.
Hmm.
Gen AI is crap. Why should I learn it? My learning curve will increase every day. Every day, I have to put 2 3 hours of work and go back to basics of AI/ML. Deep learning kya hai? Why it is different? What is this scan vector? Vector embeddings kya hai? Lot of things, right? So,
Right.
but I went through that journey. If you are not uncomfortable at your work, then you are irrelevant, I would say.
Right.
If
Great.
I always feel restless anxiety, and I would not quote this. This might sound like a sadistic thing, honestly, Anurag, but I'm a big fan of Saruk Khan, because one statement he said, I listened last year
Hmm.
or 2 years back somewhere, when I was going through discomfort of Gen AI and AI story.
Hmm.
Because still I'm at 10%. I have not reached about 50% in the AIML story. So I'm
Right.
learning. Because if somebody being a data scientist, they will screw my happiness. To be very
Right.
honest, because I speak from the business aspect, the technology. They speak the
Right.
hardcore, the models, what is running behind the brains, which I
Right.
cannot compete with them, right? So,
Right.
so this guy told, if something is not making you uncomfortable, if you are not feeling restless, if you are not anxiety, आपको बीमारी हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, आज
Hmm.
बीमार हो, आज नहीं करूंगा. He told in Hindi.
Hmm.
Then you are making lame excuses. आज कल पढ़ लेंगे. If you are
Hmm.
procrastinating or delaying things, कल कर लेंगे, आज कर लेंगे.
Hmm.
मैं I don't believe that. I used to do that 7 years back, 8 years back, but then I changed my approach. करना है, अभी करना है, नहीं करना है तो dump it.
Yes. Great. So, thank you so much for adding great values to the audiences actually. And before to the audience, to my life actually, I truly learned a lot of things from you. It's really nice having you. So, I just want to have a rapid fire kind of session
Yeah,
over here. Although we have already discussed those things in the long form of questions, but yes, I just want to make it very simple. Like in one word, you'll have to answer. So, uh, let's start with it. So, are you ready?
yeah,
Okay, great. So, AI, opportunity or threat?
opportunity.
Jobs, safe or at risk?
At risk, but there's a lot of scope to improve.
A skills or degree?
Skills. I don't believe in degrees.
India or global market?
This is I what I have seen is I'd always prefer global market uh, than India. This is my honest answer. I would, if I say India, I would lie.
Hmm. Human intelligence or AI?
Human intelligence, because we have created AI, and and AI will never have empathy or anything, or EI is emotional intelligence, emotional quotient or anything. That will be
Right.
always be missing.
So, job or business in AI era?
Business.
Freelancing or nine to five job?
This is tricky. If you are in job, I would say start a side hustle like I did, and over a period of
Very
a time, go for freelancing, because unfortunate thing, and it might haunt me sometime down the line if somebody sees this video. No company, no job is safe. As I said, it has risk, and you should always have a plan B. Till
hmm.
now, till AI area, till layoffs, I always believed in plan A, so that I
Right.
always succeeded. Now I started believing in plan B. If something goes wrong, what is my backup plan? So
Right.
have this freelancer mode and entrepreneur mindset. It doesn't have
Very
to be big. Go in Fiverr. If something happens to me, Khudana Khasta, I would say, uh, I will never shy away from starting back again from zero.
Very nice. Great. Awesome. So now learn AI or wait and watch.
Of course, learn AI.
High income skill or multiple skills.
I would say high income skills, have very razor focused one area, go with that, and eventually you scale to multiple skills. Not
Very
from
nice.
day one. Day one, if you have multiple skills, you are good for nothing.
Root should be a strong actually.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So AI overhyped or underrated.
I would say we're going at a right pace. Only thing I believe slightly overhyped, because all uh, uh, the tech enthusiasts or tech gurus, I would say,
Hmm.
I believe, it's my personal belief, I might be wrong, they have over communicated, over promised. But
Hmm.
right now it is getting balanced. Like stock market, you see bull market, bearish market, it will get balanced. this will automatically get balanced and will become part of your life. And trust me, Anurag, if you're speaking 1 year or 2 year 3 year down the lane, you will not speak AI as one more area, you will speak something else to me.
Uh, right. So now the most difficult question for you: ChatGPT or Google?
Of course,
Gemini, actually. Gemini.
Google. I will be always a Google at heart. Even though I if I get a chance to work for Microsoft or Anthropic, this is one of the company I've stayed longest.
Hmm.
Almost 7 years. If you look at my job profile pattern, every 3 years I get bored. I easily get bored. Only
Hmm.
thing Google kept me engaged because of the technology evolution. And I touched wood, I was the fortunate one to see from very close customer, clients, products, everything, get their feedback, both plus and minus, very closely. And
Very nice.
nobody can do better than Google, because
Very
we
nice.
are using Google from every day, from unknowingly, knowingly. But now AI has come, so people are speaking more about Google. But Google was always there from 20 years in AI ML. But only thing, Google did delay it. It was intentional delay, I believe. I might be wrong, because we wanted safety first approach, not like Anthropic or Open AI
Right.
or Grok. Grok,
Right.
yeah, Grok is going through a lot of file suits in UK, Europe, Germany, and US.
Everywhere.
Why? Because of safety guardrails are not there. Chat
Hmm.
GPT, you know what they happened? Murder happened, gunshot happened, and child committed suicide. But have you heard of Gemini doing that? No, because we want safety first approach.
Hmm.
That's the
Very,
DNA of Google. That's what excites me.
very
And
nice.
trusted, that $1.8 billion guy might not have used Gemini. I'm speculating. I don't know. That story will come out later.
Very nice. So, automation, helpful or dangerous?
It's helpful if used smartly.
Very nice. AI replacing humans, yes or no?
No, AI cannot replace, it will only augment humans. If you
Hmm.
are in a mindset that it will kill my job, you have killed yourself already. You have
Right,
surrendered.
right, right, right. So, future, exciting or a scary?
It's a mix of both, exciting and scary. I would say
Hmm.
good scary, because something unknown is coming. I love unpredictable, because my family says I am unpredictable sometimes.
Hmm.
But if it is unpredictable, there is the dopamine to reach there. If something is known beforehand, then, like, let's say, I sense it. It is my own sense, I might be wrong. Quantum computing is coming, right? But I might
Right,
be wrong. Might be Elon Musk SpaceX opening data center on moon or something else. That is the future.
maybe.
People going there and maintaining there, because the cost of maintenance of data center is easy or
Right,
less. So that might be the future, I don't know, but I'm just speculating all these things. So that what excite me. So it should be a mix of both, with a balanced trade-off.
very nice. So, manual businesses or AI driven businesses?
Of course, AI driven business.
Marketing, human creativity or AI?
Creativity, human creativity, thoughts should be human. AI to automate it.
Speed or perfection?
Mix up both. I believe speed is the need of hour now, because you cannot relax. That time has
Right,
gone. Like as
right.
Shahrukh Khan says, "Ab relax raho, laid back raho, अच्छे raho." And I typically see my friends who are laid back and say "चल रहा है"
Chalo.
and all these things. And I am typically very jealous if somebody says I go for a lot of outings and all these things. Firstly, it impacts me, because it puts me as a person that I'm not a good family person. uh, and I keep my family away from them, honestly,
Uh,
because my mindset is like, use your time wisely, and do justice. If you want to, choice is yours, right? You are mature person. If you are working, that means I consider you, if you are a freelancer working or entrepreneur, I consider you as a, not a teenager. Doesn't matter if you have started working on 30, you are doing a doctorate degree, still you are a student. You is not age 18. I always say, when you earn your first salary without your parental support, then you have gained maturity level 1.
great.
That's the one. 30, 40, 50, age doesn't matter. So I
Very,
had my first maturity at 23, or rather 22, when I was working side hustles. So
very
I didn't say 18 was my maturity age, because I don't believe in, like, जो define कर दिया government ने. When I started my first money to my pocket without anybody's support or blessings. So I
Very
did
nice.
that way. So वैसे होने से क्या होगा ना, like you will see the real fun and you will enjoy the pain. If
Right,
you're not enjoying the pain, then it's not worth pursuing the thing. Even I also believe if I see AI as a pain for lifelong, I could have given up 3 years back. But I
right,
saw something like a customer's problem. I saw people talking. I said, let me explore. Nothing to lose. I will learn 1% instead of 10%. Right?
right. So AI will control humans, possible or not?
There is a way out. AI can little bit sabotage human beings, but we have created the AI, right? Not
Right.
me as a person, but the human beings, right?
Yes, obviously human
uh,
beings.
uh, there is a long way to go. I don't know when that age will come, if it is 100% controllable, but definitely you'll have to be worried. Like Anthropic is smart enough, they have seen that future, seeing that they are worried it can dangerously impact the peoples. So
Mm,
there is a worrying factor,
very,
and he has got balls to accept that, unlike
very
other
nice.
leaders. That's
Very
why I'm a big fan of that guy. And I treat him with huge respect because he has guts to say yes and no, and he accepts his mistake. Not like adamant people like Larry Ellison saying no and hiring 300 CR package CFO and saying he
nice.
has done the right thing. So I'm a big fan of leaders like Sundar Pichai, very decent, very sober. You might not have seen him everywhere, unlike Jeff
Right.
Bezos, who is in everywhere in news, right? Anthropic, of course, he's in news because of his work, but or a perplexity guy who always demands attention seeker.
So
Uh,
true.
uh, Indian, but I think his name is Piyush Goyal or not. I forgot his name.
No, no, no.
I
Uh,
forgot his name. Um so he was an
like,
ex-Twitter CEO. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So, fine. It's the talk is going in a lovely way. Awesome. So now the next thing, one word for AI future.
One word for AI future.
Right.
I don't have one word, but I have a small phrase. Future is happening now. Steal it.
Very nice. So one AI tool you use daily.
It has to be Google Gemini. In that Gemini, I use two tools, AI Studio, and I use Notebook LM a lot.
Very nice. Next, one overrated AI tools.
I think Perplexity. I this is my personal feeling. I might be wrong because I was
I
never
do have the
excited.
same feeling actually.
Sorry.
I resonate. I do have the same feelings for this
Okay.
perplexity actually.
Okay. I
Uh,
got a stamp proof from you actually. Somebody who agrees with me.
I meet many. Most of them are talking like same. And as you have already mentioned, they are attention seeker. They want to be in the news, so they keep on doing a lot of things.
Yeah, because the
Uh,
reason I said because they in the behind the scenes they're using Google search to call the
right,
APIs. Google realized it late,
right.
and and the guy was claiming to hire acquire Chrome Google Chrome for
Chrome.
yeah
Actually, for Comet browser.
yeah for Comet browser for 30 or 40 billion, and you
Right,
are at 1.9 billion or something, and you are trying to think high. It's good. High imagination is everything, but that was only attention seeker to have his product growth in the market. So this
right.
is my gut feeling, and I
It was a
strongly believe in
PR
that.
kind of things. What you
Yeah,
say?
it's a paid PR. Yeah.
Right. So, one underrated AI tool.
Underrated AI tool, I would say. I uh, I feel there are a lot of good Chinese tool. See,
Hmm.
my number one choice is of course Google AI tools. No choice, blindly I'll open up. I will go for there. But
Right.
if I ask me second choice, I always treat China is way ahead of US. People might contest that. I say sorry, I don't agree with that. They
Hmm.
are the smartest people on the planet,
Right.
and most underrated tool if you see is from Meta that didn't get the attention, and the Chinese model, a deep seek, I think, Minimax, Try, Maxclaw. These are few tools from the same company or the more company I have seen, or Cdance, and the tool recently launched was from, I think, I forgot the name of the company. That tool create a havoc in Hollywood, because they could replicate Hollywood videos in similar fashion, and you will not say whether it was Tom Cruise was fighting with Brad Pitt. And I did
Mm.
that video also on Hicksfield platform. I used to work with
Right.
Hicksfield that time. I left Hicksfield platform somehow, but that was released as early access in Hicksfield. That tool
Right.
name I forgot, my bad. But it could, you cannot make out. And even I created a video of Narendra Modi fighting with Donald Trump and arguing
Mm.
that US is wrong in
Mm.
tariffing. So you will never imagine and entire the world of US, Hollywood, the all the major studios of the world, whatever you
Right.
know, Pixelar, and all those things, they started the lawsuit, and that company, poor company, was forced to take it down for some time. I don't know what the recent news now, was forced to take it down. So I see the underrated tool are the Chinese tool, and because they have got a smart brain behind it. Look at the
Great.
Meta guy who hired the super intelligence tool like they released recently, right?
Right.
Uh, and that guy was hired for billions of dollars, and
Right.
he gave the output.
So true. Nice. So thank you. So now we are moving on to the next question. Best way to learn AI tools, courses or hands-on practice?
I would say mix of both. I would
Mm.
say go for free courses. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. Uh, he said one statement long back, I remember. He said, every knowledge in the world, if you're a true learner, is free on YouTube.
Right.
Go search. Now it is slightly deviated because there are a lot of content creators, including me. So I would say have a right content creator. Don't go by followers. Look at the credentials of the person who has created the content,
Right.
whether he's working in Google's DeepMind, Google, Anthropic, any OpenAI, any AI company. Go with that too. Go with their narrative, because they have seen the closeness of AI. Because I'm talking about AI, right?
Right.
So go
So
for free courses, and then search for free courses on the web. Go into Chat GPT, search for free courses, and then go into Udemy for the paid courses. You
right.
don't invest money till you are convinced that you have covered it all, your basics. So let's say, for example, I say, write a good prompt. You cannot
Mm.
write search me a planetary from, let's say, from Bangalore to Goa.
Mm.
That's a rubbish prompt.
Right.
So if you have covered your basics with a good prompting, then go on a paid course. And there are a lot of free courses from Anthropic, Google, and OpenAI. I say
Very
spend money on tools. Go
right.
for paid version, because $20 per month Chat GPT, $30 per month, around $30 with Google tool, right? These are nothing. You waste a lot of money in Starbucks. You waste a lot
Exactly.
of money on outings, on
Right.
in booths. I'm being very vocal.
And pet tools are really giving the great result. You would get surprised where if you're using only free version and suddenly you shift to paid version, you will see a great gap in the results actually.
Yeah,
So it's amazing insights
I
from you. And
I always believe, and this was when I started using Facebook. If anything is free, you become the product. So I don't want to
very
become a product for any company. I want to build my own brand, grow myself, and I want to pay value, so that I will be under pressure to utilize those tools. If I get something in free, I will delay and postpone the things.
wow, it's really a great thing you said. Actually, I always try to convince people on the same. Like, if you are seeking everything for free, you are delaying your success. That's the simple thing. Whether you're getting a scammed somewhere, don't think more. Try and again take a risk. I'm sure this time you are going to have a great leverage of your that risk. Actually, that risk is just going to pay you in a great way.
See,
So,
risk in every life. We take risk walking on the roads. If we stop
so
walking on the roads, then we will be stuck at one place in the home, right? Similarly,
yeah.
if you are not a calculative risk taker, then you will not reach anywhere. Honestly, that's the pessimistic statement. But I always take risk, calculated risk, so that I can know my failures. Because nobody will teach you failures. People will come and talk about success. People will talk about rosy things, but that will not add value to anyone. Honestly.
So true. Awesome. So, as we have discussed how one should start learning courses or hands on experience, obviously, hands on experience should be
Yep.
there. But to kick
Yep.
a start, obviously, you should watch some of the videos available freely on internet. And to watch good videos on YouTube, you should search Pritam Shahu AI on
No, no,
YouTube.
not me. Anybody. I'm a big
You
fan
are
of.
the one actually having a great authority into it. So I would suggest people to go with you. They should definitely watch you. I would never say, I never say to the people, just watch my videos, just listen to me, just learn from me. I say to them, just go to any person, just learn from them, and whatever aligns with your goal, just go with that. That's the simplest thing what I feel. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Pritam, for being here. It's 1 hour 45 minutes, and
Wow.
still I feel many questions are unanswered. I would definitely have some other episodes sometime if we'll get time,
Yeah.
and that will definitely add values to the people. So finally, I'm just handing over to you to wrap up with your thoughts.
Yeah, and I would sincerely appreciate Anurag. You are a busy person, and you talk about AI, and I really know people who are in AI are very busy, and the time is precious. I honestly, sincerely thank you for that. And I would say to the viewers watching Anurag is a great person, and I have seen his channel, and I'm a secret follower. I sneak in channels and see what he's doing and learn. I always keep learning. So
Right,
my mantra is always learn something. Don't waste your time on doom scrolling on Insta. Do doom scrolling. I doom scroll in my, because you cannot work like a machine or learn like a machine, right? You need your
right.
break. You need your
So
bio breaks and all. So
so true.
that time you may do it, but
Uh,
try to learn 1 hour each day, 30 minutes. Read a book. Doesn't have to be technology. If you come from or a housewife, if something like that, learn AI something in a very simple manner. Like for example, I said I taught my mom to think of a recipe which she
mm,
heard from my daughter,
mhm.
and she said, my daughter said to my mom, can you make this? Because sushi, to be very specific, and my daughter
Right,
is a big fan of Japanese food. I don't know how. My mother said, what is this? I said, mom, get your work, get your basics, open your phone. No sas bahut roles, dramas, and melodramas. Go to there and search. Then you decide you can do it or not do it. Right? First,
right.
learn the process. So I said, learn the process. So there is a tool. If you don't use it, then it's like this, right? There is a pedestrian. You don't use it, and you walk in the middle of the road. You are inviting trouble. Nothing else.
That's great. Awesome. So thank you so much, Pritham. It's really great conversation. I salute to your learning, your experiences. It really added immense values. So thank you so much. So we are wrapping up. We are excited to meet some other time. And hey, people watching this episode, I would ask everyone to share this video with to the people who are really curious to know more about AI, who are exploring artificial intelligence, and even they are not exploring, just ask them to watch this video. After that, they will start doing it. So, thank you so much. Thanks, Lord. Thanks, Pritham. Thanks,
Thanks. Thanks,
everyone.
Anurag. Great talking
Signing
to
out.
you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Nice talking to you. Thank you. Thank you.